Reaching 200,000 kilometers in a Mercedes without major engine or transmission repairs is not luck. It is engineering, correct engine selection, and disciplined maintenance. The problem is that many buyers assume every Mercedes is built the same, and that assumption can become extremely expensive. Some engines were over-engineered and proven across multiple platforms for years. Others were pushed too far, too fast, and became financial traps after 120,000 or 150,000 kilometers. In this video, we are going to break down 5 Mercedes models that have demonstrated the ability to surpass 200,000 kilometers without major internal repairs when maintained properly. We'll focus on engine codes, transmission pairings, real-world durability data, and the specific conditions that allow these cars to reach high mileage safely. And just as important, we'll explain what separates a 200,000 kilometer survivor from a 150,000 kilometer money pit. By the end, you'll understand which Mercedes platforms are structurally capable of long-term ownership, and which ones simply are not built for it. Number 5 on this list is the Mercedes-Benz E-Class W211 E320 CDI, model years 2007 to 2009. Equipped with the 3.0-liter V6 OM 642 turbo diesel engine and the 5G-tronic automatic transmission. This generation represents one of the last truly overbuilt Mercedes diesel platform, before electronic complexity increased significantly in later years. The OM 642 in this configuration produces approximately 224 horsepower and over 500 nanometers of torque, reaching 0 to 100 kilometers per h in about 7.5 seconds. But performance is not the reason it earns a place here. The reason is structural durability. The cast-iron block, conservative factory tuning, and relatively simple emissions setup compared to newer BlueTech systems make this engine capable of exceeding 400,000 kilometers when maintained correctly. The 5G-tronic transmission is widely regarded as one of the most durable automatic gearboxes Mercedes has ever produced, especially when fluid and filter services are performed every 60,000 kilometers. Known issues include oil cooler seal leaks, swirl flap motor wear, and intake deposits over time. But these are predictable service items rather than catastrophic internal failures. Before buying, inspect for oil leaks in the engine valley, verify smooth torque delivery without hesitation, confirm transmission shifts are consistent under load, and review full documented service history. When properly maintained, the W211 E320 CDI is mechanically capable of surpassing 200,000 kilometers without major engine or transmission repairs, and in many documented cases, far beyond that threshold. Number 4 on this list is the Mercedes-Benz C-Class W203 C280, model years 2006 to 2007. Equipped with the 3.0-liter, naturally aspirated V6M 272 engine and the 5G-tronic automatic transmission. This represents one of the last compact Mercedes platforms built with relatively simple electronics and a mechanically robust drivetrain. The M272 in the later 2006-2007 production years produces around 228 horsepower and reaches 0 to 100 kilometers per h in approximately 7.8 seconds. But durability is the real reason it earns its place here. After early balance shaft gear issues were corrected in updated production units, the later M272 engines became significantly more reliable. When oil is changed consistently every 8,000 to 10,000 kilometers and cooling system maintenance is kept current, these engines regularly exceed 300,000 kilometers without internal rebuild. The 5G-tronic transmission paired with this engine is mechanically strong and less complex than later 7-speed units, contributing to long-term durability. Known issues include intake manifold runner wear, thermostat failures, and oil leaks from valve cover gaskets. But these are manageable maintenance items rather than structural engine failures. Before purchasing, verify engine number range to ensure updated balance shaft components. Listen for abnormal timing noise on cold start. Check smooth transmission engagement and confirm cooling system service history. A well-maintained W203 E280 demonstrates that older, naturally aspirated Mercedes platforms can surpass 200,000 kilometers with stable ownership costs and without major drivetrain repairs. Number 3 on this list is the Mercedes-Benz ML350 W164, model years 2009 to 2011. Equipped with the 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6M 272 engine and the 7G-tronic automatic transmission. This SUV platform represents a transitional period where Mercedes had already corrected early mechanical weaknesses but had not yet introduced the higher electronic complexity seen in later generations. The updated M272 in these production years delivers approximately 268 horsepower and reaches 0 to 100 kilometers per h in around 8 seconds. But the reason it earns its place here is torque durability and structural robustness. By 2009, the major balance shaft issues associated with earlier M272 engines had largely been resolved, and the drivetrain pairing with the 7G-tronic proved capable of handling higher vehicle weight without premature transmission failure when serviced properly. With oil changes performed every 8,000 kilometers and transmission service every 60,000 kilometers, many W164 ML350 units have documented histories exceeding 300,000 kilometers without major internal engine or gearbox repairs. Known issues include air suspension failures on Airmatic-equipped models, transfer case wear in poorly maintained all-wheel drive systems, and cooling system component aging. These are external system maintenance items rather than core engine failures. Before purchasing, verify whether the vehicle has conventional suspension or Airmatic. Inspect for transfer case vibration under acceleration, check for smooth gear engagement, and confirm complete cooling system service history. A properly maintained W164 ML350 demonstrates that certain Mercedes SUVs are fully capable of surpassing 200,000 kilometers without major drivetrain intervention, provided maintenance discipline is maintained. Number 2 on this list is the Mercedes-Benz E-Class WW210 E300 Turbo Diesel, model years 1998 to 1999, equipped with the 3.0-liter inline-6 OM 606 turbo diesel engine and the 5G-tronic automatic transmission. This is one of the most mechanically overbuilt diesel engines Mercedes ever produced. The OM 606 generates approximately 174 horsepower and strong low-end torque, reaching 0 to 100 kilometers per h in around 9 seconds, but acceleration is irrelevant here. What matters is construction quality. The inline-6 iron block design, forged internal components, and mechanical durability allow this engine to exceed 500,000 kilometers when maintained correctly. Unlike modern high-pressure common rail systems, the OM 606 uses a more robust and simpler injection setup, reducing long-term failure points. The 5G-tronic transmission paired with this engine is extremely durable and widely known for handling high mileage when serviced consistently. Known issues include aging vacuum lines, diesel injection pump seal wear, and cooling system maintenance requirements due to age, but these are predictable age-related service items rather than structural weaknesses. Before purchasing, inspect for excessive smoke under load. Verify smooth idle. Check transmission engagement quality, and confirm maintenance records, especially cooling system and fuel system servicing. The W210 E300 turbodiesel is capable of surpassing 200,000 kilometers with ease, and in properly maintained examples, 400,000 to 500,000 kilometers is not uncommon. This is long-term engineering durability at its core. Number 1 on this list is the Mercedes-Benz E-Class W124 E300 diesel, model years 1993 to 1995. Equipped with the 3.0-liter inline 6OM 606 naturally aspirated diesel engine and the 4-speed automatic transmission. When discussing Mercedes platforms capable of extreme mileage without major repairs, the W124 sits at the top of the hierarchy. The naturally aspirated OM 606 in this configuration produces approximately 134 horsepower, reaching 0 to 100 kilometers per h in around 12 seconds. But performance is completely irrelevant in this context. What defines this car is mechanical over-engineering. The inline-6 iron block construction, mechanical fuel injection system, absence of complex electronics, and conservative factory tuning make this engine exceptionally durable. With consistent oil changes every 8,000 to 10,000 kilometers and proper cooling system maintenance, it is common to find documented examples exceeding 600,000 kilometers without internal engine rebuild. The 4-speed automatic transmission is mechanically simple, hydraulically controlled, and known for the longevity when serviced properly. Known issues are primarily age-related, including vacuum system leaks, aging suspension bushings, and standard wear components. But catastrophic drivetrain failures are rare when maintenance is not neglected. Before purchasing, inspect for rust in structural areas. Verify compression health through cold start behavior. Confirm smooth transmission engagement. And check complete maintenance history. The W124 E300 diesel represents a period in Mercedes engineering where durability was prioritized above cost efficiency and electronic sophistication. Surpassing 200,000 kilometers is not an achievement for this platform. It is simply the beginning of its service life when maintained correctly. Surpassing 200,000 kilometers in a Mercedes is not about luck. It comes down to choosing the right engine platform, the correct production years, and maintaining strict service intervals. The models on this list share proven transmissions, durable engine construction, and mechanical simplicity that supports long-term ownership. A well-maintained diesel from the W124 or W210 era can double that mileage, while later platforms can pass 200,000 kilometers without major internal repairs when serviced properly. The difference between longevity and financial regret is maintenance discipline and correct configuration choice. Comment below with the exact model, engine, year, and mileage you're considering, and we'll evaluate its real durability potential.